We're live, we're live, we're live.
Good morning, good morning. How are you? I hope you had a fantastic weekend. This is Monday, and it's time, and you have something to do with your life, and that's good. Good morning, baby.
Good morning.
How are you?
Thank you. I'm awesome. Can always be awesome when you're by the beach.
Yes, life is better on the beach. We're actually in Hilton Head, South Carolina, thus the kitchen background. We're in a condo on Hilton, right on the beach in Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Hey, Pamela. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Hey, Glenn.
And I don't know why I say it like that.
Morning. I don't either, but okay. Thank you for joining this morning, and we hope that you had an amazing weekend. We certainly...
I thought, say something, see something.
Mention it Monday.
Okay. I'm going to go with that.
Today we do have a topic. And the topic is Mention It Monday. We're going to talk about the different things that we get to say. That they may be easy to say, they may be difficult to say, or deciding whether or not to say it at all. Mention It Monday. We're going to talk about it right here. Back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. We are looking forward to an amazing week. Getting a lot done. I'm here to get some work done and to have some beach time, as well as just to clear my mind. And I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Hey, yesterday was wonderful weather here. We got a chance to sit on the beach for hours. I had a cigar on the beach and chilled out with my pretty wife and a friend of ours. Her name is Donna Reed. She's actually here with us for this trip.
Oh, we're here with her.
We're here with her. Actually, that's more appropriate. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Good morning, Miss Pamela Howard. Happy Monday to you as well. Good morning, Miss Glenda Tate. How was your weekend? So, Miss Glenda said,
I spent a week in Hilton Head in my timeshare for Thanksgiving. Had too much fun.
We're the same thing.
I love it.
We're doing the same thing. It is not our timeshare though, but we're here with someone. So anyway, You mentioned the topic today. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and explain out what that means.
Mention It Monday. Actually, we decided on that topic name. That was Donna's suggestion. I was remembering back in New York, and actually a series that I just watched called Blue Bloods. If you see something,
say something. That was actually a campaign, a citywide campaign, especially in response to 9/11. Mm-hmm. Like if you see something going on, and say something. A little odd. Yeah, they want you to report it to the authorities. Mm-hmm. If someone gets off the train and leaves their bag there, their backpack,
say something.
Say something,
Say something.
That could be a bomb or something,
Anything. Hey, Pamela. Oh, she said it's excellent. Being in Hilton. Yes, it is. Very nice.
Yes, it is. Yeah. But see something, say something. And then we got to talking about that, the three of us actually this morning. And Donna came to talk about mention it. Like when you see your friends making mistakes, should you mention it at all, or should you keep it to yourself?
When you see other people making a mistake, even if they're not your friend, do you say something or do you mind your business?
Right. It's such a thin line, Mm-hmm. Who are you to tell me that this is not done right?
Yeah. Who decides that something should be said, right? Hey, Dr. Deborah, good morning.
Dr. Deborah, good morning.
It's Monday,
according to Jacqueline. Good morning. Yeah, so what do you do if you see your friends tripping up or having bad opinions about things or making mistakes? Like if you see your friends, I can't believe she said that, and then you saw the same situation, like it's not really that big a deal. What's the problem with you? Do you see something? Do you mention it? Do you say something, or do you just keep it to yourself?
Well, if they're my friend, if they put it like this, if they're my friend, then I will ask if they're interested in what I have to say.
Okay.
Pamela said it's all in deliverance. It could be. It could also. It could be. We definitely consider that there are some things that you got to say more delicately or conscientiously than other things.
And some things, how can you say it more delicately? I have a great challenge with some of those things sometimes. You know, what can I possibly have said to make that even more delicate than what I did? Would you mind? Would it be okay if I told you to stop kicking me in the face with your boots? Okay. I don't like.
No, that's something that impacts you. If it's something that impacts you directly,
okay,
then I think that you have the right to say it in the way that you are receiving it, because obviously they didn't consider how you might receive it, so you can.
They didn't consider how you might receive it. But okay, well, that's an interesting point. Let me say this, because I saw a Tony Robbins thing, and he's like, when people are showing love to you, they think they're showing love, but it's not the way that you want to receive love.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's difficult too. That is difficult too, because, for example, I guess I am still rather touchy and huggy or whatever, and I know some people that are not. But I know that now, so I don't, right?
Right. So for the naturally touchy-feely person who wants to express love and appreciation with a hug.
Right. I have learned to ask before I offer my hug.
That's not how I received that. Stop it, you know? So, yeah. Sister Deborah, Dr. Deborah says, I'm with Lisa. I ask first if they want my opinion, especially if it does not impact me. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you see yourself, and this is a famous sales close I'm about to introduce. It's one of the best sales closes ever. Okay, when the clients are trying to not hire you or not buy your stuff, especially if you have something that saves them money, okay, or it's going to impact them financially. Like if it's a financial plan or insurance or something that'll save them on utilities, anything that saves them money, and they try to not buy, this is the close, and we can examine how it works. If I were your friend, and I saw you about to make a serious financial mistake, would you want me to warn you about it? Okay, and that's the close. Would you want me to warn you about it? And then whatever they say, yes, warn me. If you're my friend, you seem about to make a serious financial mistake, yes, warn me about it. Well, this is what I think is going on here. I think you're about to make a serious financial mistake by not moving forward. Uh-huh. And I'm not here to help you to make a mistake. I'm here to help you to win and win big. Let's reconsider this. So it's a sales close, but it's also going back to, do you ask permission or do you say something when you see them making a mistake or see something?
So then what do you do?
What do I do? If I'm in a selling situation?
No.
Or life?
No. So like Dr. Deborah and I said, if it doesn't impact me, I'm going to ask, do you want my opinion? Because I got enough opinions.
Right, because they could say no, thank you.
All right.
Keep your opinion to yourself right now.
Will do.
I got enough opinions, thank you. I know how I'm working this. I know what I'm doing. Who needs your opinion? Because someone could take offense. And we're not ever trying to be offensive to anybody.
Yes. So now the other thing is they don't even notice it.
Okay, so if they're oblivious to the mistake they're making or the crime they're committing, okay, look, you are offending your whole staff every time you say that to them. Good morning, little people. How you guys doing? Now, you might think that sounds cool and cute.
It's not.
But it offends them. Mm-hmm. And what if you don't know one ever told you that offended them? Okay. You just keep on doing it.
Yeah, but that worries me. If somebody has that little self-judgment, that little judgment, that would worry me.
That tone deafness of them, not that aware.
Yeah, that would worry me. Seriously, that would worry me.
I was saying beautiful little people.
No, thank you. No, thank
do you mention it? We're talking about mentioning Mondays. Do you when you see something, do you say something or you keep it to yourself?
So again, that goes back again to sometimes I see things.
And how would you do it though? That's the thing. I heard you and Deborah say that y'all would ask me.
Yeah. And especially because sometimes I see things that are not seeable by everybody else.
Okay. That's possible.
And because of that, I have to consider they may not receive what I have to say.
And it's a challenge. I'm gonna tell you why. It's another reason why it's a challenge, because everybody, I mean, so many people do it. Unsolicited advice comes at you all the time. Unsolicited advice, you get it from your friends, you get it from your family. And here's the worst one to me. If I was you, I wouldn't do that if I was you. You're not me.
Yeah, but oftentimes that is still with the best intention.
That's the other challenge with it. Okay, it's with good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Intentions. The road that what's that expression? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Okay, paved with good intentions.
Yeah, I don't know. So what about when you see someone doing something that they should not be doing because it's disrespectful or illegal? And do you have like in New York we have the Samaritans law? I don't know if that's everywhere else. Is that everywhere else? The Good Samaritans law?
What's the Good Samaritans law?
You could actually go to jail if you see something and you don't help and you don't report it, you don't whatever.
Okay.
Jacqueline says, it depends on my relationship with them. I pray and ask God to give me the words, prepare their ears and hearts. And sometimes God says, yes, say something as I think of their love language. And when God says no, I say nothing. I know he will speak to their heart. And sometimes a lesson is happening for them. That's very wise.
I had someone do it to me well. And I guess I was 27, 28, and I was in and out of bars. And back then, this is the 90s. They had adult bookstores, okay, where you could go in there and watch a movie and all that kind of stuff. Listen to my point. Okay. So I would go in those things from time to time, and I would, and I haven't been in 20-something years, so I'm not that guy anymore. But anyway, Pastor Anderson, Paul L. Anderson, he's still my good friend to this day. He pulled me aside one day and says, Brother Brian, I just want to say to you, man, be careful where you go, because you never know who sees you, I was like, what, Pastor? Yes, wherever you go, Brian, someone could see you going in and out of those places. And you don't want them to think differently because of what they saw you do. So just be careful where you go.
Wow.
And I thought that was the best. And it shook me, okay? It made me stiff it up and fly right. Stop doing that nonsense. Because I don't know if he didn't say he saw it. He didn't say who told him. He didn't say any specifics. But he kind of like, be careful where you go, Brother Brian, because you don't want people to, And then it may have been before or after that, he did a sermon about fleeing from even the appearance of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. I think that's definitely one way to put it. Actually, be careful of where you go, because you never know who's going to see you. I think that's a good thing to teach people. Felicia said, definitely would want someone to pull me to the side and tell me what I might be doing wrong.
What I might be doing wrong. Okay, cool. Now, you guys are talking about the situations I see y'all mentioning are people that you know, that you're familiar with. What if you don't know the person, but you see them?
What if you don't know them?
Yeah. You see them doing stupid stuff. And you're out and about in your normal social circles, as you're visiting your groups or whatever, networking, and you see somebody doing something crazy and you don't know them well. How do you handle that?
Like double dipping. That used to be a big deal.
Double dipping with dip, like at a party?
Yeah, like at a party.
They put the chip in,
take a bite,
and then put the same chip back in.
Are you a chip Nazi? Are you going to be like, whoa, 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 now throw the whole thing away, or here, you take it? Nobody wants your double dip in this. Or do you ignore it and just don't eat that?
I don't care about that myself, but
you gotta care about it now with COVID.
Yeah, you have to. So double dipping. Oh my gosh, Lisa and I. It's so funny because I had no idea how often we clear our throat to speak. Just clearing our throat, or a little cough like that, until Donna highlighted to me yesterday. Y'all both do it all day. I wonder if it's because we're speaking so often.
Maybe.
Or what? Anyway, but she mentioned it to us, so, and I didn't know.
And how do you receive that? How do you receive just a subtle rebuke, a subtle concern. It's not necessarily a big deal yet, but when does it become a big deal? Like I'm saying, you said it's not a big deal with somebody double dipping. If I'm at an occasion, if I'm at
Okay.
an event or something like that, and I see somebody double dipping or whatever, I would not say anything, but I would avoid that stuff.
There's a scripture. If it offends your brother,
Mm-hmm.
I hope someone can find that scripture. It says something along the line. If it offends your brother, don't do it anymore. Okay, period. Is what it's basically saying. Even if you don't think it's offensive. And I bring in mind like if someone is joking about you.
That was with Paul talking about vegetarianism or eating meat.
Who?
Paul, the Apostle Paul.
Yes, yes. Okay, go
talking
ahead.
about eating meat. I don't remember. I don't remember where the scripture is, but I remember what it was about.
Uh-huh. So if it offends your brother, even if you didn't mean for it to be offensive, but it did. If it offends your brother, don't do it no more. You can't because it offended one.
In their house.
In their house.
Mm-hmm.
We need that scripture.
Okay.
Somebody needs to find it. I want to get the whole scripture right. I want to get that right. You know, and how beautiful is that we can just go to Google or go to an app and find stuff. How beautiful is that? Really, she said, definitely would want someone to put me to the side and tell me what I might be doing wrong. We did read that before. So I like the talk, you know, because we want to be mindful. We don't want to be offensive. I do believe it's good to get permission to do so. But what if you're just ribbing somebody, you know? What if you're doing it that way? You know, we want to get it right.
Yeah. First letter of Paul to Corinthians 8:13.
1 Corinthians 8:13.
And the King James runs right. Wherefore, if meat make my brother to offend, I will eat no flesh while the world standeth, lest I make my brother to offend.
Go with a standard or NIV or something like that, another version of it. English Standard.
Therefore, if what I eat causes my brother or sister to fall to sin, I will never eat meat again, so that it will not cause them to fall. I have to go to the whole chapter. Because that's not the one I was talking about. But anyway,
Grand Rising. Pastor Allen, I'm glad you're here, man. We've been talking about if you see something, do you say something? Or do you mention it when people are making mistakes? Or do you let them do it? If you see someone or committing crimes by commission or omission, do you say something to them about it or let it go? And if you decide to say something to them, how do you do it? How do you do it? Again, New York City ran a campaign. See something, say something.
Yeah, today's mentioning Monday. We're actually going through that exercise. I can't find it right now.
Okay.
We're actually talking about if you see something that someone is doing that is inappropriate or is otherwise
bad or harmful in any way.
Yeah. Like I'm just gonna say yesterday. So yesterday we're on the beach and there was a lot of dogs. For
real.
Like a lot of dogs. Like I'm not anti-dog or pro-dog or anything, but it just seemed like a whole lot of dogs. Now, so in this, most of the dogs were leashed.
Okay.
But there were two dogs that were I think they were well trained, and they were unleashed.
They were big. They were retriever mixes. They're large, unleashed dogs close to us. Pretty dogs, okay? And their owner, she was playing with them, with throwing the ball around and all. And she had a Yorkshire Terrier, a little pocketbook dog. Teacup dog with her as well. And they weren't far from us. They were close to us, actually. And
hey, Dr. Beverly.
The dogs were all around us, okay? Matter of fact, I wasn't going to pet the dog. I didn't want the dog near me, but they were all around us, okay? Mm-hmm. So it was fine. I made peace with it. But there was one point, and she was very, very prevalent. She was very obvious. She was speaking loud to her friends, and she was just there, okay? And
Felicia said, I probably wouldn't say anything to a stranger to avoid conflict, especially if the action isn't harmful.
If the action isn't harmful.
Here we go.
Now here's a couple of things. First off, Lisa and I were sitting next to each other. We have low beach chairs where our legs can kind of be in the sand, but our butt's not on the sand. So we're sitting there, and we look down. She's like right over me. I'm like, what's going on? And her dog had nestled in between our seats, in the shade between our seats, a little dog.
The little one.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, we didn't even know it. We didn't even know it. Jacqueline said, when it comes to someone I do not know, what they are doing is causing harm to others. Mama J's cape is coming on. It's my natural nature. I know how to correct in love, and I know how to bless your wrong butt with a few choice words. Hopefully it can be done in private. Proverbs tell me that fools will not listen to wisdom.
Amen.
So and that was sort of how I took it. But go ahead.
Okay, so that was the first thing. So then as we were about ready to, close to the time we were about ready to leave, is me, Lisa, and Donna out there. One of her dogs dumps on the beach, poops, and it's not far from us either. Dog takes a dump right there. Now, when your dog takes a dump in public, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to get your little plastic bag and pick it up, take it away. Especially on the beach, there's signs for that. Okay, get rid of your dog poop. And she did it. I don't know if she didn't see it or whatever. It doesn't matter. We saw it. Her dog did it. Her dog has been obvious all over the place. So we had a dilemma. Should we say something to this lady or not?
What would you do?
What would you do?
I'm curious. What would you do? Would you say something to the lady about her dog and her dog's poop? Would you ignore the dog's poop? Or would you pick it up yourself? Maybe you would do that. Maybe you would do that.
How would you tell her if you decide to tell her? Hey, get your dog shit off my beach. What would you say?
Yeah, it was very I'm interested to know what you all would say.
Because someone says, does it if it impacts you or not?
Yeah.
Apparently, it didn't really touch us. It didn't really impact us. You definitely
Felicia
should say
said
something.
You should definitely say something to the dog owner. Tell me how.
Yeah, what would you say?
Tell me what you would say.
And this lady looked like she wanted some attention to talking to, so.
Yeah. But no, thank you. So yeah, I'm curious.
Does it matter the type of woman she was?
Yeah.
Okay, she's probably a middle-aged white woman who definitely felt like she had the right to be and do anything she wanted. To me, she had full display privilege.
She was Karen.
Yeah.
So what would you say?
She seemed to be Karen-like. Yes, to me. Like, I own this beach or whatever.
So we got one vote for say something to the dog owner.
She actually says, you definitely.
One maximum vote for say something to the dog owner. I would like to know what you would say. Hey, I think your dog did a little something over there. LOL.
That's my way. Keep it light. Informative but light. That's right.
Oh, Chef Rev says, I would have lost it just because some people treat their dogs better than humans. I'm allergic to her. I'm allergic to all dogs. Amen.
You would have lost it.
Well, Jacqueline said, I would ask her, do you need a bag for your dog poop? Ooh. And then I would look at her and wait for her answer.
Ooh.
That's definitely a Mama J answer. I think I need a couple of years before I would just instinctively think that. So that's definitely a grandma answer.
That's a smooth answer.
That's the smooth grandma answer. I gotta hand it to you. I gotta hand it to you, Jacqueline. Yes, that was smooth right there. And then look at her and wait for her to answer. Yes, I like it. But I didn't have a bag, so.
Yeah, but you didn't need a bag. There was embarrassment there. Speaking of smooth, did I ever tell you the smoothest pickup line someone ever used on me?
No. This
is the smoothest pickup line a woman ever used on me.
A woman used it on you?
Yes. This was during President Obama's second election run, okay? And there was this coffee shop we used to like to go to. We'd all watch the debates there, and people would gather there and talk about politics a lot. It was a Black-owned coffee shop in Greensboro. Read my response, okay?
Oh, I don't think
did we miss it? Hey, I think your dog did a little something. We did read that.
We did read that. Mm-hmm. I read that, yeah.
And I said it was lighthearted and good. So it's a bunch of people there. It's a cool scene. So this woman came up to me and said, so what's your name? I said, Brian. And then she told me her name. And then she said, she said, what's your last name? I said, McNeill. She goes, mine too. I said, your last name is McNeill? She goes, well, not right now, but in a few months.
Brother Mark, good morning.
How smooth was that?
That was pretty smooth. He said, say something to her. It's for the greater good of the masses. I would enlighten her on the history of Hilton Head, ask her nicely to pick it up, and if she caught an attitude, have someone on the payroll willing to stick her nose in what she didn't pick up. Give her a greater appreciation of nature.
Wow.
Okay.
Now, there definitely were officials all around the beach. There were trucks around. There were different, I don't know what they did on the beach. They were patrolling the beach. Mm-hmm. There were definitely people around there. Yeah. But her dog laid a fresh one. Pow.
So we got another one for say something. Wait, I think I missed it. Chef George Allen says, yes, lost it. It takes me a while to stop sneezing after encountering a dog. Oh, you have a real allergy. Dr. Deborah says, I would say something, probably in a playful way, like I'm talking to the dog. It looks like someone had to go. And I would point right at it so that she did not miss it. Okay. Those are two not so subtle ways. I like it.
There's two ways of keeping it light, but Brother Mark is a much more direct approach. Felicia says, I think there's a delay on my mind, but if no one says anything and someone steps in it, it will be messy. Yes.
Mark says, and then he'll play Doodoo Brown.
Doodoo Brown.
I love it. Doodoo Brown. Doodoo Brown. That's funny. Yes, Felicia, definitely that is another way to say it.
And then, everybody's saying they would say something and they would say it different ways. But what if you just didn't want your peace disturbed? Okay, like I did. I didn't want to be bothered with her. Okay, I just wanted to have my beach time and get out of there. I didn't want to engage with her at all. It pissed me off a little bit, but it didn't impact my afternoon. And I didn't want it. I didn't want her dog poop and talking to her be a part of my afternoon. I didn't want it.
Glenda said, I would ask her if she knows her dog had an accident. I had people standing too close to me during COVID, and I asked her to move and follow social distance rules. The lady was very apologetic, meaning that maybe they just missed it. Maybe they just, didn't take notice of it. I was in a situation when we were on our way down. I had to go in a supermarket to get some traveling food. And there was a gentleman that was standing way back away from the deli counter that it almost didn't look like he was in the line. Okay. Like he was that far back. And so because he was that far back, I had to get double that far back in order to be in the line. Yeah. And then, but I wasn't yet. I was actually halfway because I was actually between him and the person at the front. And I turned to him and I said, sir, are you in the line? Yeah. And he says, yeah. And so now I'm in a difficult spot where I'm not next, but I'm not standing outside. Right. So now someone comes up and gets even closer to me and him. And I'm like, there's a line. Like she didn't know. I said, ma'am, there's a line. She didn't know. But now this line is
all his fault. Okay?
Yes.
So I always ask, that's a peeve of mine. People who don't know how to simply stand in line. Could you move up? Or are you in line? I said, are you in line? Because it's hard to tell.
I did ask him if he was in line.
Yes.
But he was in line. So no, he was being conscientious because for whatever reason, he didn't have a mask on.
That's another thing. Ugh.
But he was in the store.
Yeah.
Without a mask on.
But we're in South Carolina, so it's optional here.
No, this was in North Carolina.
Oh.
It was still back home. And it was really awkward. I was like, okay, I am gonna come back. And I left the line altogether.
See, we interact with people all the time.
Felicia said this would be rude, but effective. Yo, who dog is this? He's letting loose all over the place. Yeah. Just shout that out, right?
She would have known it was her dog.
Yeah, everybody knew it was her dog. I mean, she knew the dog was with
she
her
has
enough.
2 large dogs bouncing all over the place.
Mm-hmm. And one little dog in her arms.
Yes. So it was very obvious It was her dogs. Okay. Dang. Somebody need to clean this up.
Yeah, we I think we all debated. We all debated, and nobody wanted. I'll just say for me, I didn't. I was anticipating it not being pleasant, and I did not want my pleasant afternoon disturbed.
Right. We had a good time, and this woman seemed like, and when her friend showed up, one of her friends showed up, they started talking loudly about her having COVID. Okay. Close enough that Donna could hear their conversation. And she goes, yeah, I have COVID, but I didn't have this. So she's on the beach and she's telling someone else loudly that she has COVID and she's got 2 rambunctious dogs and one of her dogs took a dump on the beach. Okay. This woman wanted somebody to play with, just like her dogs wanted to play with the ball. And I didn't want to be involved with it.
Yeah, she might have wanted a fight.
Yeah, man. She was ready.
You never know. It seemed to me that I just avoided a bad situation. That was all. I knew where the poop was, so I wasn't going to step on it. And it was unfortunate, but yeah, that was it.
I was at a friend's home one time before, and these interactions, these moments like this where we say something or not. And she had a 16-year-old son, and she told her 16-year-old son to do something. So he didn't want to do it, but she told him to do it anyway. So he goes upstairs and he's kicking every step and wall on the way up. Boom, 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 all rambunctious. And I watched this going on. This kid is 16. He's and he's kicking the walls and he's making it very obvious. Boom, 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 all the way up the stairs. Now I'm sitting there like, how in the hell could you tolerate this? Why would you tolerate this in your own home? And she said, he's looking for a fight right now.
Wow, hold on. I got to read this. So,
Can't do both?
No, I can't. I'm sorry. Dr. Beverly says, Brian, Lisa, please tell everyone that this is my new Facebook page, that the other Facebook pages have been hacked and that person is scamming people out of money. Please delete that page immediately. Do not respond to that person. Her name is Marissa, Forex Trader 45. The feds are out for her now for cyber crimes like laundering money. So please do not respond. This is her new page. Delete the old page. Thank you. Here's the problem I have with that. Good morning, Sister Jeannie.
Good morning.
Good morning. The problem that I have with that, Dr. Beverly, was that in the video, that's not a post. That's not a post that someone made that said you said it. This is in the video with you saying and affirming this particular individual. So what you're saying now is really a bit still inconsistent with the message. It would be different if someone hacked your page and said you said something, right? They put a quote up, they put a post up, right? But this is you saying that someone said you said something and recorded you saying it. I need to make sure that we do some more verification here, because that's it's still a little bit suspect, all of it. You know what I mean?
I do. Lisa and I, we watched that video a couple of times of you, Dr. Beverly.
Yeah.
Where you said you gave this Marissa person $1,500 in less than 3 hours. You got $17,500.
Right.
And I was like, wow. She's saying that, and then you said her name several times.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see how Lisa's feeling there about that. So
we want to verify that you are who you are, and to tell everyone that in either way, whether it's from Dr. Beverly's web page or Beverly Uniquely Taken Over or any of the former Beverly Renee's, any of those pages that have been hacked, we need to make sure that you're leading people in the same way. She had me on video call introducing herself to me, and I couldn't hear her. And I was repeating what she said. She told me she was going to call me back and introduce herself to me in a better form with her upline. And she never called me back. That happened. Once that happened, the video went viral. That is crazy.
She told you to say those things and they weren't true, and you said it?
She said she had her on a video call introducing herself, and she couldn't hear her. And Dr. Beverly was repeating back what she said and what she told me, going back to introduce herself to me in a better form. I'm going to ask you a question. What about the Velcro? Dr. Beverly, what about the Velcro?
What Velcro?
Dr. Beverly would know. What about the Velcro? Anyway, going back to Jacqueline Rosier, someone's dog went in front of my apartment, and while the dog was busy, I took her a plastic bag. I saw no bag in her hand. I gave her my Mama J look with a special fine. It was use it or pay a $100 fine. And like Spike Lee said, come on, people, do the right thing. Like you said, Lisa, Mama J, almost 70. Yeah,
All right, well,
Dr. Beverly, I hear you, but what about the Velcro? That's right, Mama J. You know what to do. I know it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
No, I wasn't saying that she was saying. I was asking her
Mhm.
what she was saying and repeating because I could not hear what she was saying. And her friend redid the video.
That's fine. What about the Velcro? Anyway, so should you say something? Should you say something? Right now, I chose to say something. I chose to say that I don't know one way or the other, and I don't believe one way or the other until I know about the Velcro, who to believe. So there you go. Now, saying something or not saying something.
Miss Trively Ellis is back in the house.
Hey, hey, Trively, how are you?
I think we determined that's the way to pronounce that. Trively.
Yes, I think we did. I think we did. Sister Jeannie, thank you for joining us this morning. Peace and blessing, beautiful souls. We appreciate you joining us this morning. I absolutely.
Did we miss what Mark said?
No, he said he's going to play Doody Brown.
Oh yeah, okay. So I'm glad Sister Jeannie's here. I'm glad Brother Mark is here. I'm glad Dr. Beverly is here. I'm glad all of you guys are here.
Absolutely, Dr. Deborah, Pamela Howard, Felicia. Thank you guys.
Did we ever find a Pamela Howard song? Pamela Howard, we need to find you a jam because you come through often enough that we need to be able to greet you with a song. So help us find your jam, Pamela. Recommend a song for us that speaks to your spirit or a genre of music that speaks to your spirit. Mm-hmm. And let's see if we can find something that says Pamela Howard.
I love it.
Okay. So this is the bottom comments there? Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. And also we did see that you bought a new car, Dr. Beverly, a nice car. And I know you had been in a car accident recently. So maybe this is the replacement car to the one that you had that got totaled. But she got herself a really nice Benzo truck. So that's nice.
Felicia said, you did the right thing, Lisa. Giving her a bag was the non-conflict way to resolve the situation. I didn't give her a bag.
No, Dr. Jacqueline, Sister Jacqueline was recommending that.
Was recommending that. I didn't do nothing. I didn't say nothing. I just went about my day.
But these incidences come up all the time where you can say something or not. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you even want to be the person that's constantly saying something all the time? I mean,
yeah.
Because that'll be heavy too.
Yeah, then you become the hall monitor
right.
of the world.
Pick your fights, though. You know, that's
of the world.
Pick your fight is the thing. I picked my fight yesterday. I didn't choose and I didn't want that battle. Okay, sometimes I will want that battle, but it wasn't one of those times yesterday. I knew that was going to be the warmest day of the week, and I want to take full advantage of it. Yep. So pick no battles, but there's other things that you see.
Oh, Sister Jeannie, we like being with you too. She said, Lisa Santiago McNeill, you know how much I love it when I can be with you and Brian K. McNeill. Thank you so much.
So let's take it from the top now because we don't want to be hurried today. We're going to do what we do. This show is called Let's Talk About It. Her name is Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And he is Brian K. McNeill.
And this show is called Let's Talk About It. We've been doing the show since October of 2016. Yes, we have been doing it that long. And we have a theme for the show. The theme of the show is personal conversations,
business information,
and spiritual inspiration.
With a little bit of shenanigans.
With a little bit of shenanigans. That's the purpose. That's what we talk about in the show. Together, we make up what's called the Empowerment Duo. Mm-hmm. And the Empowerment Duo has an expressed ministry. And our expressed ministry is
economic independence
through
entrepreneurship.
That's it. Now, one of the things we do, people that have been rocking with us for a long time, people that are consistent contributors to the show, we like to thank them. And the way we thank them is with greeting songs or with greeting logos. Like Miss Phyllis has a greeting logo, and her greeting logo goes, Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way.
Hey, Miss Phyllis.
Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day.
Miss Phyllis is here.
Yes, and she deserves that kind of a greeting. Up next is Sister Jacqueline.
Yes. No, it's Glenda.
Glenda, okay.
Glenda's riding on the freeway in makeup in her pink Cadillac. Ah.
Good morning, Miss Glenda Tate Williams.
Hey, Glenda. Thank you for joining us this morning.
And according to Jacqueline
Rosier, pretty little girl that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. I'm so glad that you are mine.
Brother Charlie Curran says, good morning, beautiful people. It's going to be a lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Thank you guys for all the love. And we're not throwing away our shot. Charlie, we're going to do your song in just a moment.
Absolutely. Dr. Deborah's here, honey.
Dr. Deborah has a song as well.
Dr. Deborah, non-funding strategist and non-profit strategist and funding coach.
Mm-hmm. Sister Felicia says, no, I don't want to be the person always saying something, but sometimes you just gotta.
Absolutely. Sometimes you gotta.
And Dr. Deborah says, this show starts my work day. Love it.
Well,
Amen.
I'm glad, because I was going to sleep in on you today.
You weren't going to sleep in.
No, I wasn't. Felicia, we love you.
You're the one for me. Good morning, Miss Felicia Gardner.
Good morning.
Mr. George Allen, a.k.a. Chef Rev. He has a jam as well. Why must I eat like that? Why not hire Chef Rev?
It was the good food in May.
Nah. Good morning, Chef Rev. How you doing, sir? Keep going, please.
Yes, I have. I think it was Mark.
Mark Greer's here. Mark Greer has a jam as well. So wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under it.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now.
Yes. You have one for Jeannie.
We do have a song for this Jeannie.
Sister Jeannie.
She's got a smile so bright. At night, you don't need no light. Sister Jeannie.
Hey.
Sister Jeannie. How cool of a jam is that?
I love
it. And
it.
the thing about that jam is she does have a smile that's so bright.
It is. It really is. It really is. Now you got to do
Charlie Curran. Charlie Curran says he's not throwing away his shot. He's not throwing away his shot. He's Charlie Curran, the basketball artist, and he's not throwing away his shot.
That's it. That is it.
I like it. And if y'all don't know who Charlie Curran is, Hookshot Charlie, check out his stuff on Instagram. Check out his stuff on Facebook. It's entertaining at all. I mean, if nothing else, it's entertaining to you. But Chef Rev says, enjoy
HH and check out Ruby Lee's. What's HH?
And what's Ruby Lee's?
And what's Ruby Lee's? Bring me up to the speed of the toy.
I don't know what either one of those things is. Does that mean I'm too old or too young to know that?
Maybe a bit of both.
Man, we both got called baby this weekend. We both are 50. Well, at least about to be 54.
Yeah.
In 2 days, y'all. 2 days is Lisa's birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday to author Lynette Jewel.
I can't believe she didn't come through.
I know.
Unless, Brother Pierre has given her her present. Oh!
She actually got her birthday present early. She got a new car.
Yes, I saw that. She got a new car this weekend. And, yep. Thank you for your song. Sister Jean says, thank you for my song. My song, Sunshine Lady. It's called Sunshine Lady, but we replace Sunshine Lady with Sister Jeannie.
Yeah.
Charlie Curran says, I love it. Thank you, guys. You're very welcome, sir. We enjoyed it as well. We are in Hilton Head. We're in Hilton Head. Yes.
Oh, HH is Hilton Head. Thank you.
And check out Ruby Lee's. Is that a restaurant we should check out while we're here? Because he would know.
Baby.
Yes, we are in Hilton Head, and we're going to be here for a few more days. Melissa
Days.
Price, we got time for you, my sister.
Melissa. Hey, Melissa, you made it. You made it just in time for the songs. Doom, 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 doom.
I'm losing it.
Melissa's on.
Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. Melissa's on. Now it's time for us to sing her song. Melissa's on. Good morning, Miss Melissa Price.
Melissa, we actually...
I would have loved your input on our topic today.
Yes, Melissa. Melissa's the topic of the day. You
mention
it,
Mondays.
You've seen this shirt, and you always say you love this shirt as if
good.
It's a new shirt.
It's okay. I can take it.
I
take all the compliments I can get. Melissa, we talk about mention it. We didn't mention it Monday. You talk about
it's an Arbor shirt.
If you see something, say something. I'm probably wear the same shirt tomorrow. If you see something, say something or not. And we spent a great deal of time, Melissa, talking about something we saw on the beach.
Yeah.
A lady's dog took a dump not far from us, and she didn't clean it up. Would you have said anything, Melissa?
Thank you, Sister Jeannie. Yeah, tomorrow is my birthday.
Thank you to Sister Jacqueline and Dr. Deborah Dunstan, because they both gave Lisa a birthday present on Friday, this past Friday, in the form of money. We appreciate that very much. If you wanted to say happy birthday to Lisa in the form of money, you can. She has a Cash App. What is it, baby?
It's my name, Lisa Santiago McNeill.
Yeah, but it's a way to do it. Cash App is funny.
$ Lisa Santiago McNeill. That is it.
Okay. That is it. All right.
Yep, that is it.
And Melissa says, I definitely would say something. Well, if you definitely would say something, Melissa,
how would you
say it? I know that you're a dog owner. She says, I'm a dog owner, and it irks me like crazy to see people leave the poop.
Yeah, me too. But how? The question is, how would you say it? Would you say it like that? Hey, you saw that dog poop.
Oh, I didn't see anything.
Pick up the poop.
And Melissa, this woman here, she probably was loaded for bear already. She was ready for someone to say anything to engage her.
Yeah, I think she was actually. I think she was like, go ahead, make my day. Like Clint Eastwood.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
Right.
Do you? Go ahead.
Oh, whoa. Melissa said I'd walk up and say, did you need me to pick up your poop for you?
Whoa.
She might say yes, thank you.
I can still picture Melissa being that bold.
Yeah.
I can imagine that. Golly.
But Sister Jacqueline says, I liked hers. I liked hers so much. She said, what did she say?
Did we read that comment somewhere in front of her apartment? I don't remember reading that.
I read it.
Okay.
She said she would put on her Mama J cape, and in her natural nature would correct in love and bless her butt. But she said specifically, do you need a bag for your dog's poop? And then I would look at her and wait for her answer.
Do you need a bag for your dog's poop?
Do you need a bag for your dog's poop? Yes. Melissa said, I picked the poop up and handed it to her to dispose of. No, I would not. That is why I don't want a dog. I don't ever want to be responsible.
I want y'all all to see Lisa.
I
want y'all all to see Lisa. Poop. See how she's doing all this craziness about the dog, waving her hands, raising her voice, all of this stuff about her dog, right? Here's what I know is going to happen. We're going to get a dog. And she's going to like the dog more than she likes. The dog's going to like her more than the dog likes me. Even though I'm going to try to not involve.
How do we get into a dog?
Because you brought it up. You brought it up.
Monday.
You brought it up. Lisa brought it up all the time.
She goes,
this is why I'm not getting the dog. I know we're going to get the dog.
We're not.
And I know Lisa's going to love the dog. And I know Lisa's going to take over the feeding of the dog and everything. My intention would be for her to not have to do anything, never pick up the poop or nothing.
No.
But I know what kind of person you are, baby. And I know everybody loves you. The dog's going to love you.
Oh, you'd pick up the poop barehanded, Melissa?
I'd have to roll the poop in the sand and coat it like sugar dough at first, though.
Oh, no, Melissa, I cannot.
Don't pick it up, Melissa.
Don't pick the daggone poop up. Don't pick it up. That will make me feel like the whole beach is a cat box. Ugh. Yikes. Oh, goodness. Yuck.
But so for example, we talked about, would you say something? For example, I smoked a cigar on the beach, and I'm very, very conscientious when I go. I try to pick a spot on the beach where it's not going to be offensive to anyone, just in case someone don't like the smell of my cigar smoke. Okay, because the smoke always goes directly to the non-smoker in the area. Okay, that's where it's going to go. Okay, no matter where they are around you, that's where it's going to go. Okay, so but even there's ash associated. So I dig a hole. I had my own ashtray, and then I dug a hole, and then I dumped my ash in the hole and covered it up. Okay, that's what I do with my stuff.
Melissa said, I promised that lady would never think twice about leaving poop again. Yeah.
And she'll never stop telling that story either about this woman lady handed her.
Crazy lady that handed me my poop barehanded. Jacqueline said, not picking up OMG. I teach etiquette and protocol, and I am always teaching.
Amen. Amen. This show went a different direction than I thought it was going to go.
Yeah, we didn't think it was going to be the poop police.
I thought we were going to talk about, do you mention things that you see when you're out and about in public, even from strangers? But I don't mind where it went, though.
Glenda said, I would say something nicely or make them aware that something needs to be done. Either way, they will know. And Felicia said, I'm not picking up dog poop for no one, but definitely will say you whose dog is this letting loose. Yes. Brian, great job with the cigar. You guys are a true class act. He is a very conscientious cigar.
Spit it out. Cigar smoker?
Yes, cigar smoker. He's a very conscientious cigar smoker. Even at home, in our own home, he's conscientious. Yeah. He doesn't want to smell like smoke when he comes in the house. He doesn't. He's very conscientious.
I don't want my breath to be smoky. That's why I brought my chew sticks for my breath. You know, after my cigar, I can put a chew stick in so I can have a breath mint. Okay. And I think it's still got some spray in the car too.
And mouthwash.
Yeah, about all that stuff. So I want to enjoy the cigar, and I don't want it to be offensive to anyone else. Okay. But this is Monday, the most important day of your work week. I hope you have a beautiful work day today, because that sets the pace. To have a great week, you need to have a great Monday. And Monday, to have a great Monday, you have a lot to say so, whether or not this day is going to be successful or not.
Yes.
Work with intention, work with purpose, work with a plan, and try to get a thing done.
One thing.
Real quickly. An efficiency expert named Ivy Lee saved U.S. Steel with this concept of writing down the 6 most important things you got to get done that day, and to start working on the number one thing and stay on that thing until that number one thing is done. And if you finish that number one most important thing done that day, you go to the new number one thing, not number 2. Go to the new number one thing for the rest of that day. And if you only get done the one thing, it's fine, because you was working on the most important thing.
That's it.
So whatever your most important thing to get done today, work on that.
That's it. And
I should do that in a recording to tell the story of the Ivy League.
Sure. And I certainly hope that you enjoy your day, and don't forget to have